Hello, this is Bug News, and today we're going to talk about Monique Samuels and how her relationship life may be after the divorce is final. This is just speculation. But I guess first we need to just lay down some history here about um, Monique's and Chris' relationship. Now, from our understanding, Chris courted Monique for a while, over some years, but she was in another relationship, and then even during that relationship, she may have been struggling very much because I think in one of the reality shows she admitted to living in her car. Um, in that aspect. At some point, I guess she broke up with the guy, and then she and Chris started dating, and eventually, they got married after he retired from the NFL. He pretty much, kept most of his money through investments, and then in that aspect. Now, if we come up to current times, we know that the couple, or the ex-couple, does have, I think, like 3-4 kids, right? In that aspect. And Monique has, now that it's leaked that she filed for divorce officially, she has been, going on a press tour, allegedly, to, I guess, do some damage control. So I guess some people will have to say something, because as everyone's outside looking in, they're looking at, well, Chris wasn't that bad of a guy, and he has had some measurement of success, what people use as a gauging tool for success in the American society, I guess. We don't know Chris's health condition or anything like that, but we do know that he currently, is redoing himself in that aspect. I guess he's getting ready for the single life again. Hell, who knows? He may even start another family and have 4 more kids, but who knows? But she's been going on Instagram and telling that she's on a new path. I'm paraphrasing, allegedly. I'm paraphrasing, but she's on a new path, and they basically, she and Chris had tried to work it out, but it didn't work. She pointed out an incident when they went over to Africa with the kids, and I guess it was how they were conducting themselves. She says sometimes there's arguments, and she doesn't feel that the kids need to see that in their life. In that aspect, I guess, like I said, outside looking in, I mean, she's in her 30s now. And I guess maybe she's feeling she's missing out on something. I don't know. But if we lay down some information, I don't think many people would have known who Monique was, in my humble opinion, if it was not for Chris. And I think I stated this before. I mean, Chris brought her into certain circles, through his notoriety and fame and resources, and this helped her put her on a path to grow differently. I don't know, but we do know if Chris wasn't there, she wouldn't have been on Real Housewives of Potomac. If Chris wasn't there, they wouldn't have been on Love and Marriage DC. So Chris is a major factor in Monique's current life path and success. So she's currently working in radio. I think it's called the Good Morning Show, based out of Washington, or the DMV, Washington D.C. or the DMV. Now, we don't know who has custody of the kids. Um, in most cases, the woman has custody, but I don't see how it's working out. She did say that they still were living together. So we hope this is not just cap and, for whatever reason for a new show. But I think they're showing this because that rant has run out. Maybe had they did like 3 seasons on like Love and Marriage DC, then that probably could have led to something else. But she said that the money wasn't right, and then they wouldn't come to I guess meet in the middle type of thing. And this is why she said she left Love and Marriage DC. She said that it was a bad experience, worse than Real Housewives of Potomac. We don't know. They haven't. Love and Marriage DC haven't. We just gone off what Monique has said in that aspect. But like I said, we don't know who have custody of the kids or who will get custody. We do know that, like I said, she did say that they were still living together. I guess I'm assuming. I guess I know with the divorce, sometimes you have to kind of do that at that level for abandonment, and we don't know how that's going to work out. But now Chris hasn't really said anything. He's just been posting on Instagram and things like that. But if divorce goes through and they break up, but I mean, how's her relationship life going to be? She's going to have if she's the custodial parent, she will have 4 kids, and developing a relationship with other individuals, men, might be a little difficult. I mean, in one aspect. And with Chris, with his status, he's not going to have any problem developing new relationships. So I don't know how that will play out. I mean, 2 kids or one kids, when you get up to 3 kids. I mean, unless you find somebody else who has 3 kids, I think that would be an option. But we don't know her taste as far as lifestyle. I mean, in that aspect. I mean, she's not rich like a Kardashian. If we look at Kim's case, she dated Pete Davidson, but he was like a B actor, whereas Kim was like an A plus, and she wasn't even an actor. A plus celebrities, and Kanye was a celebrity, and she has like I guess 4 or 5 kids. But even now she's she may be dating, but we'll see how that plays out in her relationship. But I'm just making a comparison. But I'm not too sure how this is going to work out for Monique. I mean, it's not as might be coming off a little male chauvinist, but she's not as young, and Chris is not as young either. But usually, as we know in this society, men, especially rich men, usually don't have a problem, even though they got 25 kids. Of establishing relationships with people, especially it's funny how money changes situation, as they say. But in Monique's case, I mean, it might be a little different in that aspect. It's not always gravy or greener on the other side, and it might be a little more difficult. I mean, she appears to be holding up well, but she may not be a person that deals with that personal stress that well. And I'm pretty sure people are watching this closely, and in that aspect. But what do you think? Do you think she will, be okay like most women who go through divorce with some children, and she will have a fruitful lifestyle, or will she drop down a few notches and not necessarily regret getting divorced, but face even more difficulty? And then as the kids get older, of course that draws on your life, because they have events and things like that, and Chris can move back to Alabama. I mean, you could, I'm out of here, son. I'm out of here, whatever. Said the hospital told me to move back to Virginia where they had their first home. Well, their first primary home. So, what do you think? Do you think everything's going to be okay? No major drama, no regrets, no nervous breakdowns, or in that aspect. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. This is Bug News, and thank you very much.